Of how this Gulf Coast inspires artists, the woman we're about to introduce you to now is an inspired artist, I guess. Friday night on Main Street in Sarasota, and Betty and the Ragtime Rascal Quartet are serving up a side of Dixieland to hungry diners. The band warms up the crowd with traditional favorites, then raises it up a notch by bringing out an instrument some would consider an imposter, an old-fashioned washboard.
Become a professional washboard player, and the bucks will just fly in.
Meet Betty Comora, a.k.a. Washboard Woman. She didn't get the name because of her laundering methods. She earned it by transforming a clothes scrubber into a musical instrument.
You have to be a little discerning. Not everybody welcomes it. The audience generally does, but sometimes you have to be cautious about the musicians.
Betty's gift for rhythmic clatter could be genetic. Her father, Matty Sokolow, was a mean spoons player. He taught the family his utensil talent. Here at her son David's wedding, it's evident that the apples didn't fall far from the tree. Long before she graduated to silverware and scrubbers, Betty honed her musical skills on more traditional instruments.
I took piano lessons. I found it a nice escape to go to the piano, and even though my piano was always out of tune and some of the keys were broken, I managed to find enjoyment from it.
She grew up in Cliffside Park, New Jersey during rock and roll's infancy, but unlike most high school kids, she preferred gracefully aged sounds like jazz and Dixieland and swing.
The highlight of my high school years was the fact that I played the piano with a trumpet player, a saxophone player, and a drummer, and we'd play jobs for VFW or local clubs. You know, maybe we got $10 and split it.
So you played the piano, played the guitar and the banjo, you sang. All those are quite respectable.
Well,
and then, how did this happen?
a washboard walked into my life one day.
A washboard walked into your life one day?
No. Well, it started off small scale without all the accoutrements, but...
With just a plain old washboard?
Yes, with just a washboard.
What all do you have on here?
This is a good one for... This is a duck call, and it's good for songs like, when my sugar walks down the street, all the little birdies go. No. As I said, you have to be discerning. The whistle. That's for the grand finale. That siren is really perfect. This my grandkids bought for me. Fits in. It doesn't sound like anything unless you put the thimbles on, so.
So you got the thimbles attached to gloves.
Yes, I do.
Can you buy gloves with thimbles attached to them? Or is there a washboard store that sells those?
No, I had to do this all by myself.
Ah.
So, which, I don't cook, but I do know how to glue a thimble onto a glove.
That's good. Playing the washboard came about as a kind of a joke. While singing with the Dixieland Band in New York, a friend invited Betty to perform at an upscale party, but to get in, she needed a portable instrument.
So she said, come with me with the washboard and you can play along. So I thought, I'm not doing anything. I'll do this. And I did, and the banjo player said, I must put you down on my washboard list.
Soon after, the novelty and rarity of her thimbled talents made her a wanted washboard woman.
I would get the calls and be asked to get the band. They wanted to make sure that the washboard player was on it.
Surprisingly, she didn't get any referrals from her husband, Owen Comora, a former high-powered executive at NBC.
He was, in the beginning, told me, don't tell anybody you played the washboard. So I watched what I said.
Well, I thought that there were other things that she could do a little better.
The two could not be any more opposite.
What'd you see?
I just saw a green heron over there on the lawn eating a bluegill. He swallowed it whole. And then
While Betty likes the nightlife, Owen likes wildlife.
Well, I think that's why it's worked for 48 years, because we're like ships that pass in the night.
Look at the neighbors over there.
No,
Look at that
Betty.
person
no,
over there.
No, Betty, we won't do that.
Owen might have been timid about Betty's profession at first, but he had a change of heart after watching her perform.
When I saw the way people reacted, when I saw how much they enjoyed her playing, and wherever she went, there were always wonderful responses, and that's what this is all about, having fun.
So now he's kind of the first one out there, the cheerleader. Oh, and Betty plays the washboard.
Betty is one in a million, I think. She's a wonderful lady. She's not the best cook in the world, but she's fun to be with.
I do appreciate the fact that he's no longer ashamed of me, or if he is, it's too late to do anything about it.
At age 67, Betty still enjoys performing at clubs, private parties, and festivals like this one devoted exclusively to, you guessed it,
I have the last laugh. In high school, I auditioned for chorus and wasn't picked. I auditioned for the theater group and wasn't picked. And, you know, I've been doing it now all through the years, so I feel like I'm an inspiration for late bloomers.
and an inspiration for those of us who enjoy good, clean fun.